Hey guys, and welcome back to NERF News, your number one source for NERF news on the net. I'm your host Drac, and because one piece of exciting NERF news was not enough for this fine 19th of January 2015, we have another one. This is the upcoming Zombie Strike Doominator. The bigger I make it on the screen, the worse it's going to look in video, but that's okay. This is max resolution for me, for my screen size. This is the Zombie Strike Doominator. It looks just really sweet. It looks not quite as cool as an Alpha Trooper, but similar enough that I can get behind it. So it's a weird hybrid of the Alpha Trooper / Rampage and the Zombie Strike Flip Fury done up in Zombie Strike black and green. Now we do have a charging handle here. Looks like the blaster is going to have slam fire, but it hasn't been confirmed yet by my contact at Hasbro if it will have slam fire. I have asked, and I'll let you know later. Now we have 4 6-round drums as opposed to the Flip Fury, which only has 2, so if you add that up, it is 24 darts of capacity, which is pretty sweet. Some people have commented that this looks a little bit like an M23 grenade launcher. I'm not seeing that, but I don't know that much about real steel firearms, so I'll leave that up to you guys. Single trigger here, could be slam fire, no indication. This down here is a charging handle, looks much nicer than the lever action on the sling fire, looks to be much more like the Flip Fury. 2 areas here to slip fingers in, and with each pull you should advance your rotating turrets one along the axis. So we've got a main axis and then 4 secondary axis along which they will lock in here and twist with each subsequent prime and firing. Now all in all, it just looks like a pretty cool blaster. As far as the design aesthetics go, I'm glad that there's not a whole lot going on up here. I'm glad that we have a single tactical rail attachment. I'm upset that they kept this feature from the Flip Fury. I do not like this fake rubber grip thing that they've been putting on, especially since it's not easily removable. You will have to butterfly the blaster to get this piece off. I have already beaten to death that I just don't understand why all of the Zombie Strike blasters need cloth wraps. They look terrible, they feel terrible, and I just can't stand them. But they're going to keep putting them on everything for some reason. Plenty of attachment points. You could feed something through these holes down here. If you're not willing to do that, you only get this one, so maybe not plenty. I guess you could also use this if you left it on, but this will be the first thing to come off of mine. As far as modability goes, blaster looks like it should be very easy to modify. It's more or less probably going to be some sort of strong arm style internals based on the way that it looks to be functioning here. I am a little bit concerned that there's nothing here connecting this turret to the main body of the blaster in the stock photography, because that's quite the gap. So the turret's either going to attach via a plunger tube that comes through and brings this out when it's fully primed, or there's going to be some design changes, because this right now looks bad. That leads me to believe that this is not a final image. This is a concept image, something that's been drawn up in CAD and then colored. And all in all, I mean, it looks like a great concept. Should be MSRPing for 40 United States dollars and should be available at most major retailers as well as online at Hasbro Toy Shop, which is how all of the press releases have been given recently in terms of availability of blasters. It basically means that it'll turn up at Target first in the US and it'll probably hit the Singapore market long before it hits us, just because of the way their distribution works. I expect there to be more news on this at the Toy Fair coming up in New York soon, and if there is, I will definitely do a big update video after the Toy Fair about all that I've learned while I was there. But this should be a very interesting blaster for future releases. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Oh no, my smiley face is way too small. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you viewing the channel. I hope that you guys enjoy the NERF news videos as much as you enjoy my mod guides. I try to do a pretty fair split between the two, but we've just been getting a ton of news in recently. Hasbro's really amped up its production schedule, and they're giving us blasters that weren't leaked before, which is great for the speculators, but rough on trying to get all of the news out to you guys all at once. And as always, it is Monday, which means that the Draculina should have launched at midnight yesterday, a brand new Nocturnimals comic. So if you've been following along with that, I think that they just keep getting better and better, so be sure to go support her. I think that's it. Happy Monday, guys.